Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host Chris. Thanks for joining me once again. I've waited an entire year for this beer to come out. This is the fourth beer in the Sierra Nevada 30th anniversary series. It's their Brewers Reserve or their Grand Cru, and typically Grand Cru is a Belgian term. That basically means it's the brewery's best beer that they kind of hold back and they age and then they release. And that's basically what this is. This is a 9.2% ABV combination of the following beers. It's Oak Aged Bigfoot, Celebration Ale, and Fresh Pale Ale. The Celebration Ale is this year's batch, so it's not like it's aged or anything. They blend them all together, and then they dry hop that on top of that, and that is basically what you have here. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It has three of my favorite beers of all time in it, dry hops. So yeah, let's just get into this one. So let me get into a glass, let you know how it smells, how it tastes, and give you the verdict on the Sierra Nevada 30th anniversary Grand Cru. Alright, so the appearance on the Grand Cru. Well, it's about what I would expect. The Bigfoot being the dominant feature in this beer. You know, it has that dark mahogany red to it. Beautiful, beautiful. There's about 3 or 4 fingers worth of off-white kind of eggshell head to it. Really a champagne quality to the carbonation. Tons and tons of carbonation coming off the bottom of the glass in there. I'm guessing it's probably bottle conditioned, at least partially bottle conditioned based on the head and the carbonation. The head is really sticking around in this one. Lots of really, really nice lacing. It's just a really, really interesting looking beer. Alright, the aroma on the Grand Cru, and I smelled this one coming out of the bottle, man. Basically smells like the freshest Sierra Nevada beer you've ever had. They don't deviate at all. It's got that huge Sierra Nevada Cascade citrus kind of piney hop quality to it. That is definitely prominent in the aroma. I'm getting a lot of the sweet malts, the sugary malts, roasted malts from the Bigfoot in there. I'm getting some of the oakiness too from the aging. There's some vanilla qualities in there, a little bit of a bourbon type quality to it. The hop presence is similar to Celebration, but it's also very similar to Bigfoot, so it's kind of hard to tell the two apart. Definitely a hop bomb full of citrus, bright citrus, lemon peel, orange zest. It's all in there, pine needles, like a pine forest. Just a really, really good smelling beer. The Bigfoot is definitely the dominant flavor profile on this one. Right at the beginning of the tongue, there is an absolute metric ton of bitterness, of hop bitterness, followed by a huge wave of like a sweet malt. Definitely from the Bigfoot, if you've ever had that beer. There's some oakiness in there. There's a vanilla characters coming in there. A lot of citrus characters start to come out as it kind of like sits in your mouth. Yeah, a lot of bitterness, a lot of hop bitterness. There's citrus notes in there, more so in the aroma than the actual taste. Definitely a lot of vanilla character to the beer. Lots of sweet malt. That Bigfoot's really coming through in this one. It does work well with the bitterness. I gotta tell you, this beer is kind of a little bit all over the place as far as the flavor profile. The aroma was kind of spot on. The taste of the actual beer, it's definitely going to develop over time, I think. But it's definitely, you know, huge bitterness at front, then some of that oakiness, tons of sweet malts, and then some more of the hoppiness. Carbonation really kind of brings it together, but it does feel a little bit disjointed. I'm going to give this one a B+, A-. It's in that range. As far as the appearance go, I think it's a great looking beer. The aroma is just epic. Huge citrus notes, pine notes, lots of breadiness, lots of maltiness in there. You do get some of those oak characters. The taste is where it kind of goes a little bit astray for me. I think it's a little bit disjointed. I don't think there's one kind of common factor throughout each of the 3 beers they use in here, besides kind of a similar hop profile. I think the Bigfoot kind of takes over. There is some booziness to it. There is the oak characters that they aged the Bigfoot in do kind of take over and start to play into the flavor a little bit more than I would have liked. But the hop characters, you know, you've got those big citrus notes, piney notes. They're definitely there. Huge malt load on this one from the Bigfoot. You know, it's not an easy drinking beer. It's definitely a sipping beer. But with that said, I got to give it a B+, A-. It just doesn't, you know, put it all together for me like I would have seen. But with that said, guys, remember, life is too short. what do you got to do? Drink amazing beers. Cheers.